Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. It's Friday the 28th of April and I'm Nigel Croft. In this third video of today we're going to look at the German DAX 30 index. We'll see that early this week it moved into new high ground. It looks like it's slightly overextended short term, but any consolidation will find support. What we're also going to look at is the ESTOXX-50. The weekly chart on that shows that there is still resistance. It's not into new high ground. That resistance comes from 2015 and is still a factor. Thank you. So here we have the daily, so each candle represents 1 day's trade. This is on the DAX index, and you can see that on Monday, when the first round of the presidential election in France, when the result was released, the DAX had an enormous move. It took it into new high ground. Since then we've had a small consolidation. What you can see is that the controlling factor on this index has been the moving averages over for quite a time. You can see the 20-day gave support in January and then through March, and then the 50-day did come into effect last week just before the election. So they're the key. The index presently slightly overextended from those moving averages, so any consolidation would let them catch up, and then they'd come into play again and would give the needed support. The RSI on the daily did get slightly overbought, unwound now, 66.11, so still positive, and the MACD are still positive. Looking at the weekly, and here you can see that we broke above the highs that were around in 2015, from April 2015, and we've moved into new high ground. So that's very positive. There's now no resistance, and really, well, you are going to see new highs being reached on this weekly chart. Again, perhaps slightly overextended from the moving averages, so maybe a week or two of consolidation before we get the next move up. The RSI is positive, showing very positive momentum. MACD perhaps flatlining and perhaps indicative that we will get a consolidation. On the 4-hour moving average, you can see the consolidation we've had since Tuesday. That's allowing the 20 moving average to catch up, which is good. But again, we would expect further consolidation. RSI holding up, MACD it's actually turned down, and again another reason why one should expect some consolidation. And looking at the support resistance levels on the DAX, there's only that one resistance level, which is from Tuesday. That's at 12,496.1, and then the supports, as I said, coming in from these uptrending moving averages, 20-day at 12,235.16, and then the uptrending 50-day 12,082.53. Now looking at the EuroStoxx, here you've got the daily. I won't talk about it. You can see it looks very similar to the DAX. The moving averages giving the supports, and it's the same on the 4-hour. But here, if you look at the weekly, you can actually see that we still do have resistance levels back from 2015. So we've got the April 2015 highs here, and then on the EuroStoxx we've got the July highs, which were lower and confirmed the downtrend, and the August highs. They are all now resistance levels. So it's not into new high ground, has got resistance, and as I said, it's very similar to the DAX, so it's overextended in the short term, and here you can see it overextended from the moving averages as well. All the moving averages on the daily and the weekly will give support on any consolidation, but on the EuroStoxx, any further upside will find resistance, whereas on the DAX there's no resistance. So the DAX looks slightly better in the medium term than the Euro stocks. And looking at the support resistance on the Euro stocks, immediate support at the 35.95.6, that's from Tuesday, and then we've got the first resistance from 2015 at 37.18.5, with the supports coming in 34.91.9 at the 20-day, and then 34.32.61 at the 50-day. So that has been TA for traders looking at the DAX and the Euro stocks. Perhaps we should be expecting some short-term consolidation, but once the moving averages, especially on the daily, once they catch up with the index, that should give the push up. And in the DAX, we do expect further progress into new high ground. Please remember that these videos are in no way investment advice. They're just my opinions and are for educational purposes only. To that end, please do read the disclaimer. Oh, and by the way, if you're not a subscriber and you've watched all this video, well done. And please do subscribe and tell your friends. If you're on bulletin boards, just post this video on the bulletin board and let people see TA for traders. Thank you.